Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Jibot, Jack updates Billy that Ashley is doing OK. Billy is leery of the news that Tucker stopped calling her. They need to make a move ASAP. Billy asks who will be talking to Devin first, you or me. Billy explains that they don't have to manipulate Devin, just remind him of who Tucker is. If he loses Devin, he loses his connection to Geno City and will hopefully leave town for good. Jack argues that Tucker and Devin are father and son, and Devin has already lost Neil. If they're going to battle Tucker, it's their fight, and they have no right to drag Devin into it. Billy says Tucker is toxic, and it's only a matter of time before he screws things up with Devin as well. Jack says, exactly, and question why they have to force the issue. Billy fumes that the more time he spends with them, the more pain he will cause them. Jack urges his brother to drop this and leaves for a meeting. Billy stews and paces before texting Devin to meet. At Lily's penthouse, she tells Devin that Victor wants out of Chancellor Winters and he's already sold his stake to a third party. Devin, frowning, asks, who is the investor? Lily says that's the million-dollar question. Lily explains to Devin that Jill has no idea who the new investor might be. Why would he do this without giving them a heads up? She wants to meet with Victor and see if he'll tell her anything. She wonders if him retaking the helm at Newman has anything to do with it. Devin gets Billy's text and guesses he wants to meet him to discuss what Tucker is up to. Lily asks how he feels about Tucker being back. Devin shrugs that as Abby keeps reminding him he's probably not the victim. He thought maybe he'd want to change for once in his life. He'd just started wanting to believe in him. At this point, he just wants to know the truth. Maybe the Abbotts can help him figure it out. Diane says good morning to Phyllis at the GCAC. The redhead asks her not to start with her. Diane asks what brings her there. Phyllis reminds her they just tolerate each other. Is she trying to get on her nerves? Diane's trying to establish civility between them for Summer and Kyle's sake. They bicker over who's to blame for their split. Phyllis complains about Kyle jumping into bed with Audra. Diane scoffs at Phyllis being offended by casual sex. Phyllis can't do this and says, enough. Diane asks Phyllis, wouldn't you like to see our kids find their way back to each other? Phyllis told Summer she wouldn't get involved. Diane confides she's worried about her son and that ridiculous affair. Phyllis warns her not to try and get her daughter to forgive Kyle. Diane feels if they can put on a united front, maybe Kyle and Summer can do the same. Phyllis tells her to give it up as Tucker appears. Diane snarks, of course, this is who you're meeting. You two are perfect for each other. In the dining room, Tucker learns Phyllis is interested in his deal. He tells her no buts, she has to say if he's in or out. Phyllis needs to know the name of the company. She rolls her eyes and guesses he's going after Jabot. He tells her, close. But not quite. Kyle's sitting in crimson lights when Summer walks in. She flashes to him saying there's no coming back from what she did and there's no reason not to move forward with a divorce. Shaking the memory off, she approaches his table and greets him. Kyle wants to be sure she got the letter regarding Harrison's custody agreement. She did. Kyle invites her to sit, and they agree that the boy deserves two fully invested parents. Summer asks, is this as calling a truce? Kyle teases, let's not get crazy, but he agrees he doesn't want to fight anymore. Kyle tells Summer she's Harrison's mom and always will be. Summer is relieved they've moved past the anger. She's not sure how they got here, but she's glad they did. Summer asks Kyle how he's doing with the changes at Newman. Kyle thinks he's safe for now. Summer guesses her grandmother wasn't happy about him and Audra. Kyle said she forced Audra to end things with him to keep her job. Summer guesses it was all she could do not to fire her opportunistic ass. She's glad that it's over. No good was going to come of it. If you don't believe me, you can ask Noah. She doesn't think he ever would have gotten involved with her if not for what she did. I am sorry. At Jabot, Jack flashes to warning Tucker not to come after Jabot and Tucker suggesting that Billy's not trustworthy. He then recalls Billy fuming at him for suspecting he'd gone over to their side. Diane comes in and tells him she had a run-in with Phyllis, who wouldn't even be civil for Summer and Kyle's sake. She suspects she thinks Summer is better off without Kyle because of her.